record that one and make it available. Okay. So let's go through these questions one by one. All these questions are based on those formula what I've shown in previous slide. Please read the question first and try and think how do we answer. What comes to our mind? How many frequencies this particular question involve? How many different frequencies this question involve? Say there's a string and there's a tuning fork. Okay, so let's keep the tuning fork aside. There's a string here. So the string, initially this question is first of all what we can easily identify. This question involves a string fixed at both ends. This question involves a string fixed at both ends, and that too also in the fundamental node. So which formula I need to use, it's clear. And what is happening? So there's a string here. It will have some frequency, string frequency. And by changing the tension, the frequency is changed. So there are two different frequencies of the string. Okay. And by changing the tension. So if at all I have to use it, what I have to use, the formula, what I need to use is the string vibrates the fundamental frequency. And fundamental frequency is V by 2L. It is 1 by 2L root of T by mu. So frequency will change if the tension or length is changed. Here the tension is increased. So what it says, initially it had some frequency, string, and the string is made to vibrate in fundamental mode. It emits certain frequency, and we create beats. How do we create beats here? For beats, we have to have second source. So one source was a string, and second thing was a tuning. So it was made to vibrate along with the tuning. So this is a tuning fork. So this is string frequency, this is tuning frequency. And if we observe 10 beats, what is the meaning of this statement? Can we summarize this statement? So when the tension was 129.6, it was vibrated, it had this fundamental frequency. And if the beat frequency is 10, it means difference in these two frequencies is equal to 10. I could have written. Difference is equal to 10. This is first part of the statement. And the difference is 10. What if we draw in terms of a visual interpretation, I could have also drawn one is higher and one could be lower. I don't know which one is higher, which is lower. So if this was the string frequency initially, the tuning fork frequency was either higher or lower by 10. We don't know which is correct. So far easy. Now I'll come to the second part. Now what happens when the tension is increased? When we increase the tension, we know this formula here. When the tension is increased, frequency will increase. So what happens when the frequency, this is Fs is increased. And after increasing this frequency, we find they are in unison. Unison means now both tuning fork and new frequency of the string are same. How would that happen? So first of all, if two are there, if two things are there, if one is increased and the gap reduces, it means that this initial, the one which is being increased must have been the lower value. So only possibility here is initially by increasing Fs, string frequency, if the gap becomes narrow, it is possible only if the string frequency was lower. Then only the gap becomes narrow, and gap is nothing but beat frequency. So this was not the case, this was the case here. This part, first part, you have to understand. It means that this can happen. It will become, beat frequency can become 0 only if initial tuning fork frequency was high. That's what you have to understand. When tension is increased, frequency will increase as well. And if both become equal, so that is what has happened. I hope you have observed. This is what has happened. When increase the frequency gradually, increase the tension, both have become equal. This is the case only when it will happen. So this is the case here. And how much is the change in frequency? So when I change this tension from 129.6, whole question can be summarized as the tension is changed from 129.6 to 160. The frequency has changed by 10. Because earlier the gap was 10, now the gap has become 0. It means change in string frequency is 10. Clearly the increase in frequency, if initial frequency was F, now it has become F plus 10. It has changes by 10 due to increase in tension from 129.6 to 160. So what is this? Frequency is proportional to root T. Now we can simply write the equation. So initial frequency was F, And after increasing the tension, it becomes F plus 10. So we take the ratio. What is the equation here? This is the equation. F plus 10 by F is the corresponding tension is 160. This tension is 129.6, and we take the ratio. It comes 100 by 81. So ratio is 10 by 9. We can find F. Is this understood? Bhagishri?
Yes, sir.
Is it understood?
Yes, sir. But could you repeat the last part, sir?
No, no, okay. You want me to repeat some part? Okay.
Yes,
You want me to
last
repeat from
one.
beginning or from last part?
No, sir, from the last. I couldn't hear the
You
last
can
part.
get that part. Okay. See, yeah, this part you understood what is happening here. Let me quickly come from here. See, this part is easy to identify since it is string. Okay. And what does this part say? Where from this beat frequency is coming, Bhagishri? There have to be two sources. Which are the two sources which are leading to beat frequency of 10? Which are the two sources creating sound, Bhagishri, here?
Four.
Fork and string. String, when under tension of 129.6, this also is creating sound, and fork also is creating. There have to be two sources. So this initially, this gap is 10. So if I mark frequencies, that I prefer to mark like this. So this is string frequency initially. This string frequency corresponding to tension of 129.6 Newton, and the gap is 10. When the gap is 10, we don't know whether tuning for frequency is higher or lower. That's why we show like this. This is increasing order. Advai,
Yes, sir.
are you following this? What I am marking here? Are you following, Advai? What does this kind of figure indicate? No.
So can you repeat what you just said?
See, I have drawn 3 lines. Have you understood what are these 3 lines indicate?
That's the two possible frequencies of the
No, is that clear?
second tuning
No,
fork.
so
Yes,
basically,
sir.
this one possibility it could be higher, other possibility it could be lower. And I think rather than mod equation, this is most students find it easier to understand. That's a mark like this. So initially, this is the case given 129.6. It had particular frequency. Beat frequency was 10. So either the tuning frequency was lower or higher. We have identified these are the two sources. What has happened in the second part? When the tension the string is increased. When increase the tension the string, what will happen? I know this formula here. As the tension is increased, frequency also will increase. So if we start increasing the tension, the frequency also will increase. Frequency also will increase. And what is fine? They start sounding in unison. The sounding in unison means the two frequencies become equal. So this is the string frequency corresponding to which tension? This is corresponding to tension of 160. So earlier the gap was 10, now the gap has become 0. It means that the change in frequency of a string is equal to 10. Change in frequency, if it was F here earlier, now what it must be the frequency after the tension has been increased. If F was the original frequency of the string, now the frequency has become F plus 10. This F corresponds to 129.6 Newton. This F plus 10 is corresponding to 160 Newton. So these are two things. Now now equation is based on this one. And frequency is proportional to root t from this equation. The length is not changed, mu is not changed. Only thing changes tension in the string. So I'll use frequency is proportional to root t. I'll substitute two values. So if I take the ratio of this frequency by this frequency, it has to be square root of this tension by this tension. So that's the equation. Bhagishri, is this clear now?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Okay. So we move to the next question. Let's see this what the question is. All of you read that question, then we'll go through the same. So there are two organ pipes, and we notice here one is the one at the lower lip is slightly longer. This is 50 centimeter, and other one which is drawn below is a length of 51 centimeter. And again, what happens? We create sound like a flute. We blow some air, it starts vibrating. They start creating sound just like a flute. and they both are creating sound corresponding to their corresponding fundamental frequency. And since the frequency depends on the length, lengths are not equal, hence the frequency are not equal, it gives rise to beats. It gives a beat frequency of 6. It means the frequency of, if this is F1 and this is F2, if beat frequency is 6, F1 minus F2 is equal to 6. But in this particular case, since we know the length, we know which frequency will be higher, which will be lower. First of all, let's start solving now. So we identified this question is about fundamental frequency of open pipe. Which formula I need to use? Assume both pipes are vibrating in fundamental mode. So whenever it is not given, we have to assume it is vibrating in the fundamental mode. And open pipe open at both ends, F is equal to V by 2L. That's the formula. Is V value same in both cases? Both cases they are in here, V value is same. So why the frequency is inversely proportional to length. The one which has longer length will have smaller frequency. So it clearly tells you F1 will be higher, F2 will be lower. So in fact, no need for mod also. F1 minus F2 is equal to 6. That is what is given. So we are just using two things. We are using the formulas of fundamental frequency of open pipe for two different lengths, and we are using the concept of beats. Let's write those equations for two pipes. What is first one frequency? First one is substitute V divided by 2 into 0.5. First case length is 0.5. V is the speed of sound, which is same in both cases because V is nothing but speed of sound in air, and both have air only. And if we write F2, F we write V divided by 2 minus 0.51, and I write F1 minus F2 is equal to 0.6. I will get the value of V, which is the one unknown, which is very simple. So beat frequency is F1 minus F2. No need for mod, we know which is higher, which one is lower. And we substitute, we solve, we get this wave velocity comes equal to 306. All have understood? Jaideep?
Yes, sir.
Is it easy?
Yes, sir.
Kartikeya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Ahlad, your hand is up. I just noticed now. Any particular reason?
I think that was a previous question, sir.
Okay. And if you have anything, we'll come back later after the class. And if somebody has left with any doubt, you can always clarify after the session gets over also, not an issue. Okay, next one. So this question is also, let's read this question here also. We found when sonometer. Sonometer is nothing but a fixed wire. Only thing what we can change the length, we can change the tension. In this fundamental of a vibration with a tuning fork. So again, what is vibrated here? String is vibrated with a tuning fork. It gives 5 beats frequency. But what is done here? See, look at this question. So what is given in this question? There are two different lengths here. If you have to visualize this question, the question is like this. One case, we keep this length of the string as L is equal to 1.05 meter. And we vibrate. And we vibrate along with the tuning fork. So again, here two sources. There's a fundamental frequency corresponding to sonometer wire of length 1.05 meter with tuning fork. What does it? Does it produce beats? Yes, it produces 5 beats. So this case also beat frequency is equal to 5. And second case, what we do here, that's how we understand question. So whether the beat frequency remains 5, whether the length is 1.505 meter or 1 meter. So this is one case here. And second case, again, it is suppose similar experiment is repeated. With what length? Now length alone has been changed. It means other parameters of the wire has not been changed. So again, it is vibrated here. So there are two sources. One frequency created by fundamental frequency of the wire and frequency of the same tuning fork here. Here also we observe 5 beats. Both cases it is 5 beats. So in this case, what is the important point here? What we need to understand here, whenever sonometer length of the wire is changed, the speed of wave on wire is not changed. V remains same. Tension and mu of wire is not changed. V is same. So we'll write one equation between those two. We write one equation between the two. But see, let's try and think, how would this make sense that 1.505 meter also creates 5 beats, and this also creates 5 beats. How is that logically possible? Anyone? So these two frequencies will be different. But let me call this is F1 frequency and this is F2 frequency. And this is my tuning fork frequency. These two also give 5 beats. This also give 5 beats. How is that possible? F1 cannot be equal to F2.
FT will be between F1 and F2.
Yes, Ft is between F1 and F2. So basically what is exactly the difference between F1 and F2 has to be equal to 10, exactly midway. So that's the only way it is possible. Now we have to understand between F1 and F2, which will be greater? And how is the frequency related to length? Frequency is inversely proportional. The one with the shorter length will have higher frequency. So this F2 is higher compared to tuning fork frequency by 5, and F1 is lower by 5. That's how it is possible. Okay. So similar to previous problem, difference in frequency. Difference in frequency is equal to 10. So difference in frequency F1 minus F2 is equal to 10. We write two equations. F1 is equal to, what is F1? I have written other way around here. Is V divided by 2 into 1 meter. And second is F2, V divided by 1.05 meter. The difference between them is 10. Then only it is possible. It gives 5 beat frequency with both. And if difference is 10, it is something like this. So this is the frequency at 1 meter. This will be higher. And as the length increases, frequency is lower. And where is my tuning fork? This is my tuning fork. This gap is equal to 5. And this gap also is equal to 5. Then only it is possible. So it means the gap between F1 and F2. This is how the figure would look like. And F1 minus F2 is equal to 10. Again, similar equation. It's similar to a question we had done some time back. And we solve, we can easily get our answer. What is the answer we get here? What is the value of? So what we need to find here? Velocity of transverse wave in the sonometer. So this velocity we can easily find from these two equations. V is the only unknown. This question answer could have been something else also. It could have asked what is the frequency of the tuning fork. The tuning fork frequency, if I find F1 or F2, I can easily find the tuning fork frequency also from here. Anvita?
Yes, sir.
Are you following so far?
Yes, sir.
Next question, and this question V comes to 420. Substitute, I think that's really simple substitution. Okay. Now we can also think of other way around if length of sonometer is gradually increased from 1.05 meter. See, this is something, suppose I keep sounding this tuning fork. This tuning fork is continuously in vibration. And I know this is just similar to what we can do in case of guitar string. Is suppose I can gradually decrease from 1.50 meter, I decrease the length to 1 meter. So how we can decrease? By shifting the position of bridge, I can alter the length of the sonometer wire. So what will happen as I gradually decrease the length of the wire from 1.05 meter to 1 meter, it is equivalent to slowly increasing the fundamental frequency. So what will happen if during this process of changing the length, if tuning force is continuously vibrating, I will initially find the beat frequency will first decrease, become 0, and again increase to 5. That's what will happen with the gradual change in length and continuously observing beat frequency with the same tuning fork. So these are kind of very similar questions. I just read this question. I think all of you will find these questions are similar. It's a part of your assignment. All of you can easily solve such questions, similar questions. Basically, only two formulas we have to make use of. Okay, so this is part of assignment. You should be able to do that, and it shouldn't be tough at all. Okay, let's look at the next question here. This question I'll give some time. Now this time I think all of you try. So if I convert whatever information is given in the question, a mental picture, what is given? Open pipe. So I have drawn an open pipe. Every time you need not draw, but when we are solving initially, you can draw this open pipe. Length is 20 centimeter. It is in resonance with the tuning fork A. So there's a tuning fork. If it is in resonance, means beat frequency is 0. The frequency of FA is same as frequency of 20 centimeter length of open pipe. And what is the fundamental frequency of open pipe? It is equal to V by 2L. So what is L will substitute? This is 2 divided by 0.2. And this is equal to FA. So that is first bit of information. Second thing, when the length is increased by 2 centimeter and air column is in resonance with tuning fork B, it is again resonance means they have same frequency. And whenever nothing else is given, we'll assume it is fundamental frequency. What is FB equal to? Again, this equal to fundamental frequency. What is the fundamental frequency in this case? V is the speed of sound which remains same. This is divided by 2 divided by 0.22. Among the two, this is now if A and B are sounded together, they have 4 beats frequency. It means difference between frequency A and B is equal to 4, which means difference between these two pipes also difference is 4, as we have seen in the previous case. So what is the equation with which we'll have? So 4 means what? Which will have higher frequency, the smaller length will have higher frequency. So actually FA minus FB will be equal to 4. That's what the substitution is, and we should be able to solve that question. So what is this question about? Resonance implies equal frequency. If anybody is not clear, resonance implies equal frequency, and we substitute those two values.
Sir,
Yes?
is there option 4?
Yeah, but is that clear? Yes.
Yes, it's clear, sir.
It's clear. So this is something what we need to be clear about. Is that well understood? Is it absolutely clear? Okay. So this also similar to previous question now, and you can easily solve that question. Okay. See, could we have also solved with small change assumption? See, so, okay, I'll come to that question later. Whatever change in length is small. I think I have done one question later on when we talk about the small assumption. Okay. Let's look at next question. Again, first, all of you try and solve. Sorry, I think some of those who missed the class, I'll write it again. So this is something. So first part, this sentence, it is we have applied closed tube formula. Closed tube FA is equal to V by 4L. And all we have to keep in mind, speed of sound is same because all cases experiments are done in air only. Air speed is constant, V is constant. And what is FA here? FA is tuning fork frequency, which is same as frequency of the fundamental frequency of air column of 30 centimeter. The second tuning fork, second sentence is equivalent to this equation. FB is equal to V by. Why it is 2 here? Is open pipe. Second case is an open pipe. So that's what we must remember. Now, if okay, and if we observe here, see, had the second pipe had the length of the open pipe been twice of this, had the length been 64, both the frequency would have been same. And we can see in terms of figure also. If the length of the open pipe was twice the length of the closed pipe, the frequencies would have been same, assuming no end correction. End correction will come to later. So this is what the figure would look like. The first case was like this. Second case, this is how the wave formed. First case, closed pipe, it forms 1/4 of wavelength. And if the length of the open pipe hadn't been double, the same wavelength would have fitted in into this one. But this case is not double. It's actually length is a little more than double. So these two wavelengths are not equal. And since these two wavelengths are not equal, frequencies are not equal. Okay. And what is the difference in frequency? So basically between the two. So what is 8? 8 is given as FA minus FB. So this frequency becomes slightly smaller. And when we do FA minus FB, we find the speed of sound first here. And after finding the speed of sound, we substitute the value, we can find FA and FB. Both the values can be solved for. Okay. This is slightly different. Let's look at this question here. Fundamental frequency of a sonometer wire length L is F naught. Let's understand a little bit of sonometer. A bridge is now introduced at a distance delta L from the center of the wire. The number of beats heard per second if both sides of the bridge are set to vibrate in the fundamental mode. So let's try and first draw a figure of what is happening here. So what is sonometer wire? Sonometer wire is nothing but a guitar string. This is string fixed at both ends. Okay. What we have to keep in mind, whenever sonometer, when a bridge is placed, what is the important point we need to keep in mind? See what has happened in both parts. When the bridge is placed, two parts of the sonometer wire will have same velocity of wave. So the tension will remain same and wire also remains same, mu remains same. So this is important point we have to keep in mind. Any question which involves sonometer wire, speed of wave velocity V will remain unchanged unless the question has some other information. Okay, so this is how the sonometer wire, the length is L and it is vibrating in fundamental mode. Let's see this length is okay, and it has particular tension, it has particular mu, it has particular speed. Now bridge is placed. So now earlier which is the bridge point? This was one bridge here, and wherever bridge is placed, that at that point will form a node. Now bridge is introduced something like this. So this bridge here is not exactly at the center. This is slightly left of the center. Had it been placed exactly at the center, this part also would have been L by 2 and this also become L by 2. So the length L would have got divided into two parts. And you notice here, had these two parts been equal, if the wavelength was a lambda here, this would have become lambda by 2, this also become lambda by 2, and frequency wavelength would become half and frequency would have become double. But since it is not placed exactly at the center, I can write this length is equal to L by 2 minus delta L, and this is L by 2 plus delta at a distance delta L from the center of the wire. So it divides wire into two segments. This is the length of the left piece, and this is the length of the right piece, velocity being equal, both vibrating in fundamental mode. So can we not easily find what is this fundamental frequency of left part and what is the fundamental frequency of the right part? And they're said to vibrate. What is the number of beats? So we have to calculate these two values. The difference of the two is the beat frequency. That's what you need to find this term and find the difference. And whenever something like this is given, we need to make this approximation, binomial expansion approximation. So take up try and solve this question now. Can we write an equation? What is fundamental frequency? This one. So what is given here? Let me write this first part. What is F naught? F naught is fixed at both ends. Fixed at both ends is equal to V by 2 L naught. That's what is given here. 2L. This is the first equation. Based on this term, we can write other terms also. Let's write those terms and find the difference in terms of F naught. So finally, wherever V by L term is coming, V by L can be written as 2F naught. So let's try and solve this question. Simplify. What is left now is simplification. So let's write fundamental frequency for both parts. Which one is smaller wavelength? This will have higher frequency, this will have lower. We need to find this minus this. Had you placed midway, the frequency length would become half, frequency would have doubled. And in that case, there would not be any beat frequency. Beat frequency, what is F1 here? If I have to write frequency of the left part, V by twice the length. The length is equal to this length, L by 2 minus delta L. And second one will be, say, V by 2, L by 2 plus delta L. And we know from first part here, F naught is equal to V by 2L. So what is we need to find? Beat frequency is F1 minus F2. So can we simplify F1 minus F2? See, whenever something like this is given, basically what we need to do, whenever we have an expansion, something like this, 1 plus delta L by L raised to power n, it can be written as 1 plus n delta L by L. That's the approximation we have to use here. So what is F1 minus F2? This is F1 minus F2. So this term is, whole term can be written as what? 1 minus 2 delta L by 2. So what we have done here, just see that one, what has been done here? We have taken this L by 2 term out common. L by 2 has been taken common. So if I take L by 2 common here, 2 gets cancelled. What is left is L. So what is left inside here? 1 minus 2 delta L by L. And how does this term become equal to this? This term, whole term, is nothing but raised to power minus 1. And we use this binomial approximation. This is the expression. And this is pretty simple. These two terms cancel out. This term get added. So it becomes 4 delta. So this is fairly simple simplification.